Trap Lord Ross says he's getting bullied into deleting posts outside of the Lil Durk trial. I wonder why. Maybe because he said this.
And I'm hoping they go to jail for life for that. Honestly,
The wrong person.
I'm saying look out. And we got to say, what about the justice for Quando Rondo's cousin, who was not part of the beef that got killed?
Not only that, Drill Time TV did an expose on Trap Lord's history before he became what we know he is today. And what he said is very, very interesting.
That's not your problem. That's why you're doing
Durk's on songs on Billboard #1 talking about no, we had him screaming no, and then I'm not allowed to talk about these Billboard giant songs. So he should have talked about
music. It's just music. It's the air.
We're saying we shoot people and all that, but we ain't really shot no one.
Do you understand?
So you can say it on music, but we can't talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean,
Talk about something I've done, yeah? And you might be
Smirky's just saying that in his tracks. Because because Smirk needs to come home now, because he's trying to get Smirk a big sentence. I'm saying all these things. No, he's talking about his lyrics, bro. He's talking about his lyrics and all that. Forget his lyrics. They're entertainment purposes. Stop filming. Like the entertainment purposes.
It's not though. It's not. He's talking about very specific things that's happened and committed assault, and I'm probably going to tell. Because I'm part of that life, but
you bed. You know that.
And I'm hoping they go to jail for life for that. Honestly,
The wrong person.
I'm saying look out. And we got to say, what about the justice for Quando Rondo's cousin, who was not part of the beef that got killed?
Alright, so after providing updates every hour on the hour, sometimes multiple times an hour, Trap Lord tweeted this: I might take a break from tweeting. Durk's team acting very unprofessional, screaming, delete the tweet in my face outside the courtroom, leading the marshals to have to step in. Very disappointing and intimidating conduct towards the press in this case. The fact that he called himself press is the most ironic thing, because he's the one, as we know, that put jackets on Youngboy. He put jackets on Vaughn. He calls him a serial. He gets 16 million views on a 3.5 hour video. And if you know YouTube, if you're a creator and you can do math, you already know that that's mid to high 6 figures off one video. He did 2 feature-length film combined and got 16 million views. And with the speculation involved in that documentary for a lot of people that saw it, that had nothing to do with being press and being unbiased, objective, and not speculating. So, Ack even said he may need to slow down. This is what Ack said when he saw these tweets.
He says Brian Steele just told multiple lies during cross-examination. Wow, okay. Now the Smirkio fans who look at Brian Steele as Superman is not gonna like whatever he's gonna say. Let me just fully read. Brian Steele told multiple lies during cross-examination. He claimed, now here's another thing too, just off of what Seti Nash just said, there are a lot of people that actually believe the feds, not only agents or police officers or detectives, they believe that the AUSA or district attorneys in state cases, they look towards people like Trap Lord Ross, they look towards Reddit, they look towards academics to actually figure out who the criminals are. Which, by the way, that sounds crazy, but if you believe that narrative, this is why you see why Trap Lord Ross is getting so much pressure at court. Because if Trap Lord Ross is calling out Durk's defense team, and let's say these guys are clueless, they're gonna be like, Trap just said he lied. Wait, get back on Reddit, y'all. Let's figure out the lie that we could go confront the lie and get a one up. So I see why they're kind of I see why the people who like Durk are mad at Trap a little bit, and this is kind of an interesting one, because if you actually do believe that the feds are leaning on the media, you want the media to be completely unbiased. But being unbiased completely, you can't call out Brian Steele for a possible line, but you can't say Free Smirk either, right? I think people want pro-Durk media members, but ones that don't criticize his lawyers or whatever. Anyway, Trap says Brian Steele just told multiple lies during cross-examination. He claimed Quando Rondo anointed Lil Tim as King Tim after killing Vaughn. Now, this is where Trap might get, he might have to chill out a bit and wait until, like, I know he's going to do a documentary on this. He's having firsthand experience. He hopefully got some footage that nobody's seen or whatever. Obviously not inside the courtroom. But what he should do is chill out on saying this. I'm going to tell you why. Trap Lord Ross knows the case better than the prosecutors and probably better than the defense. Only Lil Durk and his defendants probably know more about all of these things than a Trap Lord Ross. Even me, right? You know the lore. We've been covering this every day. So what happens is, even if you see something that's incorrect, right? When you sum it up later, you could obviously do what you do, but you might not want to sound exactly like you're doing a redirect for the government by saying false, here's the real info.
So my take on this whole thing, after looking at Drill Time TV, shout out to him. Go look at the whole, it's about an hour and 6 minutes long. Go look at the whole video. But this dude got an interesting background. He is a legitimate, I don't know whether to call him a videographer, cinematographer, but he has skills in that way. Just like Point and Shoot was behind the camera for a long time, you could tell in his editing skills. So the artwork or the craftsmanship he puts into a video is highly skill based. What he's choosing to cover and how he covers it with his perspectives, that's the thing that's in question. But the quality of his work, his work ethic, just to be fair, is very, very high level. Just like Flacco works hard, his approach is the only thing, and his stance is the only thing that are being questioned, and the hypocrisy. And even for academics, a lot of the blowback he used to get was because of how he did the war in Iraq and how insensitive he was. So there's a lot of parallels with this. But the twist to it is that the people succeed, and then there comes a moment where they get checked on it. But by that time, they're almost too big to fail. I mean, nobody's untouchable in terms of the fall off. But when you get to a certain level and you've built that level of fan base, all you can hope for is that they'll be more responsible, more conscientious in their reporting. But they don't have to, just to be real about it. So we'll see if he modifies how he's covering the Durk case. As Ak was saying, he is highly knowledgeable, but he's so knowledgeable that he may influence the trial, whether intending to or not. And based on him saying that Quando Rondo's cousin deserves justice, saying that a few years ago, that puts you in the line of fire for people that's trying to see Durk come home. And I'm sure he understands that now. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Till next time, it's Dell, Second Take. We out.